John Beltran back with Dave Uhrig at Bead Digger Stadium, where the Bead Diggers now lead Platte Valley 28-0. And it looks like a week from today in the semifinals, Dave, it'll be Faith Christian once again for the Bead Diggers. Unless Aspen can rally in that game, which we understand is a 26-13 Faith lead in the fourth. And that ball is squibbed by Jacob Fechter. And the ball is still loose on the Platte Valley side, and they pounce on it at around the 27-yard line after a couple of Broncos could not pick it up. So they'll start right there. The ball was pounced on by Billy Wilson. They'll mark it at the 26th. So it looks like for the fourth time in 6 seasons, the Bead Diggers will face Faith Christian in Arvada in a playoff game. And for the third time in 6 seasons, it would be in a state semifinal. But you know what, Dave? If you're going to get to the state championship game, you usually have to go through a team like Faith Christian.
Yeah, you want to play the best. You know, the last thing you can do if you want to win a state title is have the attitude that you don't want to play against the best people.
Shotgun formation for Jordan Smith. 1st and 10 from the 26. Smith rolling to his right, throwing on the run. That pass is going to be caught along the far sideline at the 38-yard line for a gain of 12. Or did they say it was dropped?
Yep, they said he dropped it right there at the very end.
Caleb Caddy had it right in his hands, but he couldn't haul it in.
So now 4 for 13 for Jordan Smith, who's thrown for almost 1,000 yards this season.
2nd down and 10 for Platte Valley at their own 26-yard line with 1:55 to go in the game. Smith has got the football, rolling right once again, stopping, setting up, heaving it up the right sideline. That's going to be out of bounds. Nowhere close to the intended receiver, Sterling Zender, at the Brush 42-yard line. Well defended by Bruce Melendez.
Now those defensive linemen, you see Kyle Muir on that play. He just ran right past his guy that was trying to block him and got a lot of pressure on Smith. So the DBs are hanging back waiting for the pass, and the defensive linemen just get a tee off and get after him.
Well, Dave, this will be a winning streak of 8 games for the Bead Diggers against public schools in the playoffs. You got to get by the private school, though, in Faith Christian if you want to get to the state championship game. 3rd down and 10 from the 26. And again, Jordan Smith off the shotgun, rolling right, sets up a screen to the left. The pass is caught by Flood, and he is drilled way back at around the 17-yard line by Traver Blake. He read that play from far away. They'll give him some forward momentum to the 20, but it's a loss of 6, 4th and 16.
You know, Blake, like you said, he read it perfectly. He ran up there, and Float was up in the air catching the football, facing the quarterback. Blake comes up behind him, puts his shoulder pad right in his kidneys.
I mean, was that a fundamentally sound play or what? I think Platte Valley's going to go for it here because even if the Bead Diggers hold them, the Bead Diggers are not going to try to score. They'll just take a knee and run out the clock. 4th and 16 from the 20. Smith, 2-step drop. Plenty of time. Here comes some pressure. Rolls to his right. Still rolling, still rolling. He's motioning towards the receiver, heaving it down the middle. That pass is going to be caught inside the 45-yard line and getting free to the 40. Knocked out of bounds at around the 39, I believe, is Marcus Walker. A huge play for Platte Valley. It's a gain of 42 yards, and the drive continues with 49 seconds to go.
You know, Platte Valley not quitting here, so the Diggers can't fall asleep. They've got to maintain the coverage on those kids.
1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The Bead Diggers don't have a shutout this season. They beat University and Estes Park, both of which scored 7 points. Smith off the shotgun, looking, heaving it towards the left sideline. That could be picked off, tipped up, incomplete. Broken up by Tony Guzman at the 7-yard line. He thought he should have had the interception, but Jordan Dunn, the intended receiver, did a little bit of what he could to make sure that Guzman wouldn't catch that football.
You know how a volleyball player jumps up to block a spike? That's what it looked like when Guzman was jumping up to catch the football. He didn't have a hand underneath of it to cradle it into his body.
Platte Valley does have 2 timeouts remaining, but if they use them, it's only so they can score in a game that they will lose. 42 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 from the Brush 38-yard line. Smith awaiting the snap, has the football, rolls to his right, still rolling, throws along the sideline, intercepted by Rosenbrock at the 30-yard line, and he goes out of bounds. That's the 5th turnover forced by the Bead Diggers, and the Bead Diggers will shut out the Platte Valley Broncos in this 2A quarterfinal this afternoon in Brush.
Well, it's fitting. It's the way the game went down at Platte Valley last time. I believe we had like 8 or 9 times when we had a fumble or an interception. We lost 5 of them. Now the game's just the exact opposite.
The Bee Diggers have made it look easy, haven't they?
Yeah, they sure
shockingly.
Have. Yeah. They just came out like they knew exactly what the plays were going to be, that they were going to run every single time. And the kids all acted like it was all just a matter of fact, like there was no surprises.
And you can bet that Faith Christian is going to be paying attention to this game, knowing that they beat Platte Valley during the regular season by 3 points in overtime in Arvada. And the Bee Diggers are just decimating this Platte Valley team this afternoon, up by 4 touchdowns, as the starting unit for the Bee Diggers gets a standing ovation. With 34 seconds to go, the Bee Diggers called a timeout just to compose themselves and bring in some secondary players just to run that one play.
Yeah, they're going to try to assemble a team and give a big cheer to the number 1 squad and get those young guys in the game.
Idalia has won the 6-man championship this afternoon, defeating High Plains 68-22. So they avenged last year's 50-point loss in the state finals. And the quarterback will be Vince Albo. Albo will take a knee, and the Brush Bee Diggers have advanced to the 2009 2A state semifinals, defeating the Platte Valley Broncos this afternoon by a score of 28-0. As the clock is still rolling, we're inside of 15 seconds to go. It doesn't appear the Bee Diggers will have to snap it one more time, as all the players are just standing around the football waiting for the clock to expire. And that does it. The players will be shaking hands, and the Brush Bee Diggers defeat Platte Valley at Bee Digger Stadium 28-0. We'll come back with a post-game show after this on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.